Welcome, player.
Yeah.
I love that last little banner that pops in there.
Yeah.
We watch crap so you don't have to, or
That's
hopefully
right.
you watch it with us. All right, so thanks for
I
everyone
watched
joining us
the
here.
most crap. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us for Player Pass. How's everybody on the panel? Nice to see everyone.
Good.
Good. Feeling heat.
Yeah.
Heat.
Yeah.
Feeling cold.
Yeah, see, everyone over there is bundled up. I'm actually got my T-shirt on. So thanks for you guys joining us. If you've not watched the show before, what we do is we review one movie that was voted on last week for us to have to watch. Welcome for you to join the Telegram group, which you've looked down in the show notes or the show details below. We have hyperlinks to the Telegram group. Join the group so that you're able to join in the conversation and in the voting. So we're going to review a movie, and we'll also discuss what movie we have to watch next week. So usually like to say hi to people that take some time out of their day to come hang with us. So Heel's hanging with us today. Patty's hanging with us. Nice to see Patty. Robert Plant, what's up, bud?
What's up?
And Leon.
Leon. What's up?
Folks over here on the side
from
hanging
Sydney.
out with us. Yep.
From Sydney. He's on the other side of the world.
So it's early for him. Early.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll go ahead and I know this week's movie. We'll go ahead and I will show you that, or we'll take a look at what we have as our options this week. So we see the first movie the movie that we have to review today, which is Shadow in My Eye, or the other name is called Bombardment. If you look on Netflix, it's Bombardment on Netflix. So that's what we're going to review today. The movies that we have are being voted on for today for us to watch for next week are the following: 3 Years in Pakistan, which this was 2018, Alvin. So I guess they delayed.
Well, it just fine. Yeah, it got delayed for release, but it was about Eric Ord. He's an actor and a stunt man. Does quite a bunch of different things, but he got tied up in Pakistan over something that he didn't do. But it was a really good story. It was very interesting. If you like
documentaries
type stuff, it's definitely worth a watch. I got to tell you.
So true story there. All right. Yeah. So 3 Years in Pakistan is one of the options. Boone is another one of our options. An action crime drama. Okay. The other one, finally, Moonfall has been available for everybody. And I know Eddie's probably watched it a dozen times already. Moonfall, that is a big sci-fi movie that has got released this past week. Another option is Moonshot. So HBO Max. Yep, yeah. Go ahead.
That one was another good one also. For funny that two Moon movies come out the same day.
Yep, you're right.
But, don't get them confused.
And I think the Moonfall, I think this is on Amazon right now. I think it's Amazon Prime has that.
I think
I saw it yesterday.
I'm not sure.
I saw it pop up.
It's on Disney.
It's on Disney?
Disney?
No. It was on Disney. Yeah. That's what my
kids
said.
Look again. I'm going to look again. I thought I could have swore it was Amazon Prime yesterday that I saw. But nevertheless, then we also have So Cold the River, which is another drama, horror, thriller.
Horror
than anything else. All right. The Contractor, Chris Pine, The Contractor. That got released this weekend. Isn't that Netflix? Is this Netflix or?
I don't know.
I want to say that it's on one of the services that I've
someone
seen.
Can open up Trakt. It'll tell you.
All right. One of the other options is The Institute, which is a thriller. Okay. Yeah. And Trust No One: The Hunt for the Crypto King, based on it. This is a documentary about cryptocurrency exchange. Somebody got whacked. It's a Netflix. So if you're
it's all Canada. So
Okay.
If
I saw that.
You're a Canadian, you don't want to.
I'm only partially. I'm in Canada, but I don't have any. I don't have any money in the Canadian Bitcoin.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have to read up on this before I do it. So
Yeah.
those are our options this week. One of these movies will be picked for us to have to sit through and watch. And the fingers crossed on this one. We got we got No One, Trust No One, The Institute, The Contractor, So Cold the River, Moonshot, Moonfall, Boone, and 3 Years in Pakistan. Be sure to vote because whatever gets voted the most, we will be forced to watch it before next week. And if you vote, you have to watch it too. Don't make us watch it and then you not watch it.
Did you guys vote?
Yes. Yes, I
Yes.
did vote. I did vote. So
For once, I voted, Alvin.
Okay.
so
Eddie,
I
you
got
didn't-
my
Eddie, you didn't vote for your kids' movie?
Yes, I did.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you didn't.
No, you didn't. You picked the wrong one.
Well, you go.
Did he
No,
pick
no.
Moonshot?
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
picked
no,
one
no,
shot.
no. I checked that. I checked that this afternoon.
You better check again,
You
buddy.
better check again.
I did. Anyway,
I'm already sending out a message to your kids.
because I saw it. I saw that it was already checked for Moonshot. I said no, I didn't. I didn't check that one. So I went
Well,
back to
All right,
Moonball.
Eddie. I'm looking at the votes right now.
Me too.
I see the results. You're the only one that's voted for Moonshot.
No,
I see who voted
Yeah.
Moonfall. I see who voted Moonshot, and you being the only Moonshot. So you might want to redo your vote there, so that maybe hopefully your kids don't see
Hope
that
your
you
kids will
Just their
vote
own-
on
just
it,
their
yeah.
movie.
hey,
and any of us that if you guys watch this, you know that Eddie's kids work in the film industry. Special, what are they? Special effects or
special effects.
work in special effects, and they actually worked on Moonfall. So I was kind of hoping that Moonfall was going to reach the top billing this week because I thought that it'd be fun for us to talk about it. And you know, we'll be honest. If we like it, we like it. If we don't, we don't, and we'll tell you why we didn't like it or why we liked it. You know, so that's we'll see what happens before the end. I know right now the contractor is in a lead right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the contractor has the lead. We'll see before the end of the show if that that lead dwindles, and we'll see which one of these movies that we are have to watch this week. So
Well, Eddie can make it a lot closer if he voted for the
Yeah.
right damn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Remember, right click on it and you go retract vote,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then you'll be able to vote again.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get cranking on this. And so we welcome your vote. What's your opinions of as we're reviewing these movies? We ask for you to post. The people that are watching live, they know the thing. They'll post what they think. And if you watch this after the fact, write something in the comments. You know, we don't get tons and tons of views on this show, but it's always good to see what. And I read everybody's comments. And it'd be good to see what your thoughts of this on movies are. If you like it, don't like it, what you liked about it. The only thing I say is if you think it sucks, just don't say it sucked and leave it at that. Let's give us a little
Why?
meat of why
Yeah.
it sucked. What could have been better? What was good about it? What was bad? Because not every movie is horrible in all areas. You know, there's something that's you can say positive about. So let's go ahead and talk about The Shadow in My Eye, or if you watch it on Netflix, it's called Bombardment on Netflix. So open the floor to us here on the panel as well as you guys over on the side chat, and we'll roll on.
Anybody want to go first, or
Is this based on? It's not based on a true story.
yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is?
I thought it was a true
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it
true
was
story.
a true story. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Because when they said, you know, they were supposed to go in to fly and bomb a Nazi building, okay,
Yeah.
and they messed up. They got the wrong building.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about another movie that I saw. It's called The Dam Busters, and they did basically the same thing, but they didn't mess up. They got the dams. But I'm wondering, is this a mistake in the way they were navigating, or what? I don't know.
Well,
Yes, and
Yes,
I
no.
think it was really because of that plane that lost its tail.
Crashed.
right.
That
Yes.
crashed. And,
Oh,
you know,
okay, everybody
caused a
got
fire.
messed up.
Yeah, another building caught on fire, so there was the
Yeah.
planes. All right, so think about this. So they didn't have radar like we have now.
No,
So they're having to go by line of sight. And so when they're flying in, they were coming in 3 different waves. And the first wave is like you think those are the guys that are going to lay it on point. So everybody else that comes later is like, all right, there's the point we need to go for. So the later waves, we're expecting to see that smoke billowing from a building. And when they had the plane crashed into the school or into the side of the school, then you had a secondary fire. So because some of the guys said there's two fires, and that the first fire or the first smoke isn't in the right spot. And so some of the pilots caught it because they paid attention. Some probably didn't pay attention to the maps and said, who cares? I'll just fly until they tell me where to drop the bomb, and I'll drop it. So it was a to me, it was a dirty, gritty movie of war. And I think that Patty has a point there. And I did think a lot of this about people in Ukraine right now that are dealing with no electricity and can't find food and danger every day. You don't know what's going to happen on your way to school, and you're trying to live your life. So I thought about the same thing. And how something like this happens, war. I think right now, with everybody thinks that war is so precise, and I think the U.S. on their wars tend to glamorize. Oh, we can drop bombs right on that spot, and that's it. Well, you know what? I guarantee you, the media doesn't play into all the times that it don't hit on the spot. But but I think that especially back then, they would do the best that they could to not have collateral damage. But when you're doing this kind of thing, dropping, shit's gonna happen, and so it's
those aren't guided munitions. They're you drop the bomb and gravity does the rest.
Well, it's a calculator,
and they were set with timers too.
They had that. Yeah, they had the 30-second timers, so it wasn't an instant explosion, which was an interesting thought process that they wanted to delay. So I think maybe they wanted the bomb to be in farther before it exploded.
Yeah, it's all about the penetration of the bomb.
Yeah.
So it was a very, I'll say, I thought it was filmed very well. To give that feeling of war, that feeling of nervousness and the kids. But I don't know. It's depressing. There's not a lot of action going on.
No.
Not a lot happening in it.
And some random shit thrown in for I don't know why. You know.
Well, like what? What do you think?
Why make the little nun a
whore?
Yeah. Why? Why?
Because well, I think all of that revolves around the whole movie. Because I've watched this, twice, and the things that the nun had said, like when she was, talking to the kids. Remember when the other main nun went out of the room, and she's talking with the kids and talking about how she can drop a pencil, and it's just like it's like a 100 years for God to be able to say that that's how long it would take. So he never basically takes his eyes off of you. A lot of things, a lot of things that I felt that they did in this movie really came back, because the little girl there, Eva, when she was at home with her father, and she didn't eat her breakfast. Her porridge. And when she went to the school, and just before the bombs hit, when she was like turned white as a ghost because she didn't eat, and the nun said to her, "Eva, you can't survive without breakfast." Okay. And that was like one of the main things of why she left and went home to have that breakfast.
Well, no. She went to the cafeteria to eat first, and then the bomb hit. And then she was stunned. She was shell shocked. And she walked out of there.
And she went home to have that breakfast.
She was grateful for that porridge.
She was.
You almost die. She was grateful for that. And I thought that was a little bit, to me, you know, you don't realize how happy you are in life until all of a sudden it might be gone. So
Hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
she went back and had her
But
porch.
it,
But
it was just like how when they took Henry, the other kid, and they dipped his head in the water
Mhm.
to cure him. Yeah, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? The kids were thinking of such other things because they didn't know. They really didn't know. You know,
They're
and
kids.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
they don't know. They're kids.
yeah, and then there was another point in here. Not to step on you, Roger. We were talking
Hmm.
about things that didn't fit. I agree with you with the love. I think they stuck in that love interest for whatever
Hmm.
reason. To
Yeah,
me,
yeah, right.
didn't need to be there, but whatever. It was in there, and I didn't know. I don't think it needed to be there. Um, I guess it showed one of the guy that was the Nazi, would turn,
Mm.
decided to change his ways. But
Uh-huh.
the other thing was the pig lady,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
why?
baker. I
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
understand the premise
Why?
of, and I understood they were saying, well, if you dip it in the holy water, that got
Hmm.
Yeah.
rid of the demons out of it. See, poison
Right.
got the poison out of it, and that's why they stuck his head in it. So I'm thinking,
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That
that part there,
Why
I
the
didn't. I was like,
pig
why
lady?
is that in
Yeah.
here?
that was the pig lady in the head dipping was all a long journey to get to
Mm.
know to
Okay.
Right.
to no point.
All
Why?
right.
Why?
Patty also said that she had to cover her face a few times when the wedding party was in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
taxi and they shot up the taxi, took her breath
Hmm.
away, and that
Uh,
poor kid came and looked at it and was
Yeah.
mm.
traumatized by it. And that was, again, in my head, I went to how many kids see this kind of stuff that are in, not even, we won't even say just in this war, which was World War II or
Hmm.
any war,
Yep.
kids
Right.
see some messed up stuff,
Hmm.
Yep.
seeing people, whatever. And that kid was talking about the person's eye. He was
Mm.
talking about. I don't know if you guys caught that when he was like talking about why he was traumatized by seeing that
Right.
person's eye hanging out. You think about sometimes. I'm not to say that sometimes I think I don't want to say our kids are soft, but I think a lot of times we really don't. Sometimes we make a big deal out of some of the stuff our kids go through
Mm.
Hmm.
when there's kids in the world that are seeing some horrific
Yeah,
things.
Yep.
yeah,
And then I'm thinking,
Yeah.
how long does that stay with you?
Hmm.
yeah.
I mean, that kid seeing that car that was all shot up, and then it
Yeah.
ends up being the wrong thing, which then it still made me wonder why that was in there.
Hmm.
Because you think about it, that really didn't play any part into
It's
anything other than seeing collateral damage.
Mm.
Because
Well,
remember
well,
when they came
well.
and told the flyers, the
Uh-huh. Yeah.
pilots,
Right.
you guys shot the wrong thing.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And then
And
they
they're the
got all
same ones
upset.
to, and they're the same to
but
to to crash into the building.
wasn't that the same kid that lost his ability to talk?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about the
Yeah.
pilots. They
Yeah.
went
The
through
pi-
and they went
yeah,
and told
but
the pilots or
But
the
they're the same.
pilot and the co-pilot.
Yeah,
They're
you
the
messed
same
up.
ones. They're the same
Yes,
ones
they
that
were the
messed
same
up.
ones.
Two
Yeah.
And
ones.
then they were
yeah.
the same ones that crashed their plane.
Right.
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 So I don't know. I to me, there was just parts of it that I didn't know why things were in there.
Me too.
Well, like how
I,
about with the doctor? When Henry's mother brings him to the doctor, this poor kid, he can't speak,
He's
and
traumatized.
and, and this doctor just like had no sympathy for him.
No, no.
but
And
that's all right. So this is in what 1944, 19. I don't
yeah,
remember the
Boy,
year,
boy, boy.
1942, whatever it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I can see a doctor doing that
Yeah. Me
because
Hmm.
too.
I can see a doctor getting in some kid's face about,
Hmm.
you're being stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being real. Now, not that you should treat a kid like that, not that you
Right.
should do that, but I could see that happening. So and then she says, "Well, we're going to go to Copenhagen. We're going to go to
Mm.
Copenhagen." And he's like, "Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
You
get a
act up and you
vacation.
get to go on a vacation to
And,
Copenhagen." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, okay,
yeah.
but that's your doctor with his bedside manner, but probably more normal to that time."
It
Mhm.
reminded me. I'm from a real small rural area, and we had just one doctor in our area,
No,
and he was an old man when I was a young boy, and he was from Germany and had that German accent.
Oh boy.
He was gruff and mean and rough, and yeah. So it brought me back.
So I guess you don't like doctors at all.
I hate doctors. I fucking hate doctors.
But the actor that played in the Vikings, his name is Alex Norberg.
Yeah. He played in because he plays something the spineless. Something the spineless? He was the king there for a while. Yeah, because he plays in this as that.
Yeah, but he's the one.
Nazi.
But he reenacted it. I looked at this. He reenacted his part that he played in Vikings when he's going through the rubble to get to the girl. He's all on fours again. I said, that's part of the Vikings, okay?
Yeah, because he couldn't walk back then.
He couldn't walk.
Vikings.
But what really got me was when the girl was talking, the two girls were talking together, and the girl is like, she's on her back, and she's talking, and I was saying, what direction? I was like messed up. I couldn't see if am I looking down or am I looking up or what. And the fact, that really got me. When she's talking to the girl and the girl doesn't answer, you just hear the bubbles. Yeah. The bubbles.
Yep.
That oh man, that sent a thrill through my spine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, you think when buildings fall like that,
yeah,
you don't know how you're going to end up. I mean, some people think, well, I was sitting down.
Yeah.
When a building collapses, you don't know how you're going to end up. I mean, you things fall on you, things fall forward. So, she was probably paralyzed. I would guess that she was probably going to be paralyzed or really messed up because a building falling on top of her. And, and
she was upside down.
Yeah.
She couldn't reach Rigmore. But you got to remember, all of this, she thought that, this was God finally punishing her.
Yeah.
Because remember, in the beginning, she's flogging herself. She was trying to do anything to, to say, God, okay, punish me somehow, And
she was a bad girl. She wanted to be the bad girl. I
right.
Back in, I was thinking to myself, wish I'd have known her back in there. We didn't.
But what really opened my eyes about this, because when I was a kid, when I lived in the UK, most of my playgrounds were in bomb buildings. And as a matter of fact, I had one of my friends, he lived on the side of a railway track, and it was about 100-foot drop to go onto the railway track. And the part of the house that he lived in was the only part of about 20 houses that didn't get bombed. Mm-hmm. And we used to go through the attic, try to get to the other houses, and everything was just rubbles, Mm-hmm. So when I saw this, the girl, she's on her back, I was wondering, I'm saying, gee, when I was a kid, I didn't think about, this is bomb. I just thought it was just a natural playground for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have come across to somebody if you really think about it. You could have, some old...
You couldn't play there at night, Eddie.
Oh, we played there at night.
Oh, gosh. How in the world did you see?
Hey, after all that's why Eddie's living to be so long. He's got, playing in rubble, bombed out buildings, probably asbestos and, scratches and tetanus. He lived through it all. It make you strong.
I wasn't born. I was born after the war, but before they started rebuilding and everything like that.
Rebuilding. Mm-hmm.
Because I came from an industrial town, and I know there was a munitions dump somewhere where they were making munitions. So that's why they were bombing us all the time.
Mm-hmm. Did they still have trenches all over France when you were a kid, Ed?
No, I didn't go to France.
that was World War One. That was World
War.
No,
but I know a lot of people on my street had bomb shelters.
I'm sure they did.
Oh yeah, we played in bomb shelters.
Patty says in here, it goes to the point, Dabs, that war has many mistakes, showing pilots made some horrific mistakes. And I don't know. I do think that they probably didn't shoot them up on purpose, because they say, it was supposed to have been some.
And most of the pilots back then weren't, even real pilots. Because like you take something like World War II, they just threw guys up in planes because they weren't expecting them to last long.
8 weeks of training and you're in the air, bud.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't expect these guys to be able to really fly.
Well, a lot of those pilots were taught how to fly a glider, because most of the planes were most of the planes were dragging a glider. So some of them just knew how to fly a glider.
Yeah, there's what's it, Victor the Boneless or whatever. I can't remember what name they're on Vikings. And this was pretty, when she was shell shocked from the building bombs going off in her school, and then it's just horrific to think about how many kids died. I mean,
she's a great little actress.
She is. I fell in love with her when I watched.
Yeah, me too.
Movie.
Me too.
It said 83 kids who died in that accident.
I think so. 83 or
83. Yeah, something like that. They showed all the names of them.
Yeah, I was looking for that little girl's name that was trapped. Yeah, but I did not see that name listed in all those big list of names. So she might have been a fictional character.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So and when you see that, how some countries or in wars use people as human shields, and they were talking about that, where they had the Swedes in the building with the Gestapo.
Yeah.
So the Gestapo puts them in the roof because they said, well, we'll put all your prisoners, we'll put all of your country's prisoners in the roof, so you're not going to blow up the building.
Yeah.
And Ivan the Boneless, thank you, Dalton. Thank you. But yeah, it's sad how in war times that they'll make those kind of decisions to.
But it's funny.
The sad. Yeah.
I'm not saying this was done especially on this period of time, but this is a movie, in other words, that opens up your mind what the hell's going on in the Ukraine. And it's even 10 times, maybe 100 times worse than what we're seeing. In this movie, that bothers me a lot.
They just reached, Hitler status, and they killed over 5,000 people there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's I don't know. War is tough on everybody, but you look at the people that are stuck in the middle. That where do you do? Do you leave? Do you stay?
Yeah.
How do you where do you go if you're forced to leave, and if you stay? At any point, something can hit your. That's why when you look at the Ukraine, and I look at these just building after building just blowed out and destroyed, I'm thinking, God, you gotta start all over. You get to start over. You got to tear everything down. You got to start your infrastructure, your electricity, your plumbing. You got to start your buildings all over again. Well, where do you get the materials, and who do you have it? And oh my gosh, it's like.
And that's not even to mention that there's active nuclear plants that they've tried to mess with at times.
Right.
Yeah, but imagine today the people that are in Ukraine. Most of them went through the Second World War also, so they're going through it the second time.
Yeah. Some of the older folks.
Real old.
Yeah, not the. So Dalton says the children actors were really good in this.
Yeah, they were.
Show. Yeah,
they were.
I do think that they're acting. It was just, to me, it was slow. This is a very slow moving movie. The movie is very, it's trying to give a point and to think about war and the casualties of war. But it's not going to be, some people are thinking, oh, I love a war movie. And it's like, all kinds of stuff happening. Well, there's not a lot going on here.
No.
I mean, you've got the one big, 15 minutes of planes flying and some bombs dropping. And that's it.
Pretty good CGI.
I think that they did a good job of not showing,
it wasn't gory.
Bodies blown.
Yeah. It wasn't gory.
I give them credit for that. Sure, it sucked in the beginning, with those girls in the cab going to that,
and they really didn't show you that other than just jumping around,
getting shot
but you
up,
didn't
right.
see.
But to see the cabbie driving and looking behind, and he sees
the bullets coming.
The bullets coming, and it's just like, oh man, you couldn't even say a word,
Yeah. And it's and Hollywood would have probably, because this was a foreign movie, Hollywood probably would have made, they would have done a glimpse of what the bodies look like in the car, or some of the in the only thing like in the movie, in the rubble of the school, all you see is the only thing you saw is where those kids, that kid that had his legs, and you see the legs, and they're pulling out the body, and that was it.
In Hollywood,
I appreciate it. I mean, Hollywood would have made it gory.
They would have just pulled out just the legs, no upper body.
It'd have been a mess. It'd have been a mess.
How many people watched it with subtitles?
Me, I did.
I got the wrong version, so I got the dub version, and I didn't feel like downloading it again, so I did not.
I watched the Netflix version, which was dubbed.
No, that's what I watched too, Dub.
Leon says he thought it was good acting. Tense music kept him interested in the film. So I will say the music, in the look, to me, the kids acting and the look of it really made you feel like war times and And Octavia said, at first I didn't want to watch it, but I'm glad I did. Yeah, it's a movie that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be. I thought I'd really dislike it, but I didn't dislike it. But I can't say I liked it.
Same.
I'm kind of like, all right, I can enjoy parts of the movie, cinematography, the kids acting, some of those aspects I liked, but as a whole, I can't say that. I'll have to watch that again. I mean, Alvin, of course, he's going to watch it a second time. He can watch it a second time.
No, because
not all of us are as dedicated.
I watched it the first time when I watched all of the 8 movies, and then and then now I have to go and take notes. So that's why I watch it the second time, and so I can write down my notes.
Yeah, The Nun. The Nun actually held my attention more than any of the other stuff.
Beautiful eyes. Oh my God. Pretty eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, it's, and I do think, maybe they're part of it because, we can change who we are. We can make a difference. Maybe that's some of the underlying story or the messaging that they're trying to get to you.
To me, whoever wrote the story did not really like Catholics at all because they made all the nuns nasty as hell.
Yeah.
Except for that one.
Except for the one who would joke with the kids.
And they made her a hoe. So
Yeah.
She was just questioning her sexuality.
Yeah.
It was. She wasn't a
hoe.
hoe.
It wasn't that she was.
She wanted to be.
No, I don't
she
think
wanted
she was
God.
questioning
She wanted God to come down and to smite her.
Well, in their
to
theory,
prove that he was here.
In their dogma, they are married to the Lord. Married to the Lord.
They had the wedding ring.
Yeah, she was cheating on God, is what she was doing.
Oh gosh.
Well, she said that lightning was going to strike her dead because she kissed that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So she was questioning, trying to get the answers. She was questioning, the whole thing. So I don't know. It was I was just to myself thinking, and why is this in here? That's
me too.
One of the parts that
and the pig lady.
Yeah, the pig lady at the thing. So
they were kids, and they figured they feared that woman. Her coming out and them thinking, oh, she's making this food, and they didn't like her looks or whatever. So these are kids. Don't look her in the eye.
It reminded me of that. God, I can't remember the name of the movie where they go and the kids are telling stories and they show them, and the one kid is eating, and then everybody starts throwing up. That might be in the body. What is it? Stand by Me. It's in Stand by Me when they flash back to the puking scene. That's what the pig lady gave me, that kind of vibe, you know.
Right, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give our player pass on this. Yep.
This was rated a 7.2, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
It was 7.4. It was originally 7.4. I don't know what it is.
Me personally, I would have given it at least an 8, just for the small. No, for the part at the end where the girl is talking to the other girl. That just that part itself, it should send shivers through my back. You know.
And to think that that the father was trying to get down there, and they had to go back and get a pump. It's that's rough, and then to be caught in there with it collapsing.
So, all right, well, let's go ahead and give our opinion, player pass on this, so we can give it. Then we can discuss what we need to watch for next week, as well as open our discussion for movies and TV news that's going on. So we'll jump down here. So people on the side chat, tell us, would this be a play or a pass? Play means you would recommend this to your friends and family. Pass, you would not want to recommend this because you'd hate for one of your friends to come smack you upside the head and say, why'd you waste 2 hours of my time? Or maybe this is an hour and 45, hour and 47. So, Eddie, what do you think? Play or pass?
For me, it's
Shadow in My Eye, Bombardment.
I have to say a super play for me.
Super play. Wow. All right. What about you, Roger?
It's going to be a pass for me, just because, I mean, it had great cinematography. It had, the child actors were good. I thought all the adult actors were subpar. Honestly, I did. I didn't like hardly any of the acting. The nun was good, but other than that, it's going to be a pass for me this time. It's a good story, and it's a story you should know, but God, that movie wasn't fun watching.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Aubin? Play or pass?
It's a play for me. I really like this movie. Like I said, the cinematography was was great, and it made me feel like I was there. I really liked it.
Yeah. All right. Good point. Good point. We have again, we got 2 plays over there in the side. We're still waiting to hear from Octavia and Patty. I don't see their votes yet.
Well,
I give it a pass.
Okay.
I do think that the points, like Roger says, cinematography, the acting. Who over here on the side said something about the music? Did a good job with the music.
Yeah,
that was
But could I recommend it to somebody? I'd be hard pressed to. I mean, the amount of people that I think that would enjoy it, that are my friends, would be a pretty narrow strip of friends that would probably really enjoy it and enjoy that part. I think most of my friends would be pretty bored with it and not be happy with me. So I'd have to just give it a pass because I could not recommend it myself. I don't see. Let's see, Octavia. I hadn't seen her vote on this. I didn't see Shrink and Sharon, which maybe Shrink and Sharon didn't watch it. So we'll give those folks a few seconds for their player pass. I know when I looked at the Telegram, it was not good. It was what?
No, it's not good.
It was a pass, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's a pass. But Eddie needs to go out there and vote.
Yeah, it's a pass. 33% to 67% on the poll on Telegram. So.
Yeah, but my super pass is because of sentimental reasons.
So, all right. All right, Octavia gave it a play. Sorry, Octavia, I was just saying I don't look on the thing to see what each person voted. I usually just kind of take a look at who's watching us live and what your votes are there. So Octavia
Patty and Golden gave it a play on.
Okay. All right. So this may hit some people's niche, but like I said, there is aspects of this movie that are good. It's not a total snoozer, but there are. I think a lot of people will not enjoy it as much as some of the others in our thing. So we've got that in. So what are we looking at watching for next week? Which one of those movies has hit the spot?
Hit the spot is.
I think it's Moonfall.
Ah!
Yeah, Moonfall's 46%. So some people did some changing of their votes because Contractor was leading this.
Oh yeah.
I know it was leading when before the show started. So some people did some changing of their votes. So we will be watching Moonfall. And I know that it does not have a good rating. I have watched this, but I will hold off my comments until next week on this.
My kids are going to be happy.
This is a very popular movie as it had a lot of buzz, a lot of hype. So it's one of those big budget movies. So we'll see how this all plays out. We'll see. It'll be a play or pass for Moonfall. And again, watch it. If you hate it, come up with some reasons why you hate it. If you loved it, come up with some reasons why you loved it. We need to have it. We can see the IMDb rating is not good.
No.
5.2. But
the box office numbers aren't good either.
No. Yeah. I knew that it didn't do well when it was at the theater. So we're gonna see. I look forward to seeing and we'll be honest. I mean, I'll be honest with my thoughts of it, and to let everybody know what we think. And I look forward to hearing what people hate or like about it next week. So
I've heard
next week.
I've heard it's got beautiful special effects. So if your kid, that's
special effects. There is some parts in there that both Shannon and she was like, "Ooh,
what?
That looks good. That looks good." I'll say this. Only part I'm gonna tell you that it's not. There's a part where the ocean is lifting.
Mm-hmm.
The special effects on that, I was like, that looks cool.
Did you see a day after tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, with the ice and the waves were coming in. Well, it's the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So Moonfall is what we're going to have to watch for next week, and then make sure that everyone watches that. Let's see. So we're going to we open up the floor for everybody to talk about TV shows or movies that we want to recommend, as well as any entertainment news. We'll toss that kind of stuff out. So we open up the floor to that. And I'm gonna grab. We'll just open the floor. What's any thoughts or comments from anybody?
Well, I just got a ping on my phone that Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul from Better Call Saul, is attached to start a new series, an adaptation of The Straight Man, which I don't know what the hell The Straight Man is, but we got a new Bob Odenkirk production coming our way.
Yeah.
Did anybody get any information on a TV show that's coming out? It's a takeoff on The Wire. It's called This City Is Ours.
Yeah, remember I spoke about it already?
Yep.
Is it out? It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. No.
Not yet.
No,
not yet. No. I'll let you guys know when it does. A couple things I have here.
Yep, I got here. You got the Vikings Valhalla.
Okay, yeah.
I got 2 episodes done on that one.
Yeah, storming up the streaming chart there.
Yeah. I watched it, and I mean, to me, there's some parts that kind of it drags along a little bit. I mean, it's not as chopping up like Vikings were early on in the seasons. But I did. I mean, it does have some killing, but really character development they're trying to build on it. So okay.
Just a quick note to anyone that might not know about with the Razzies that they've rescinded Bruce Willis and Shelley Duvall.
Why did they do Shelley? Because she's crazy too?
Well,
I didn't even realize that she was on it. I just knew that he had his own award.
Yeah. Well, because really she didn't do that bad of a job for something that's so well known of a movie. You know what I mean? Really? Do you really think she deserved a Razzie for The Shining?
No.
You know what I mean? That's like a classic movie. I don't think she deserved a Razzie for that.
Yeah. So rescinding it because of his health conditions and, So they took away his worst performance of 2021.
Okay. Now this one here. Do you have this? Do I have a link there for this one? Maybe. You Won't Be Alone. Okay, good. I do. That one's got Naomi Rapace is in that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that ought to be pretty
Shape
good.
shifting, is it about
Oh,
werewolves? What the hell?
I don't know.
Macedonian Mountain Village.
Mountain Village, 19th century. Situation. Yeah. Oh, just
It
you have
doesn't
to be
say.
ready for it. Yeah.
Blood drinking.
Uh-oh.
Got some blood drinking in it. Seducing a man and luring him with sex, where she transforms him. Yeah, how most men could be snagged. You got to be careful of the. You got to be careful there, folks.
The Q people are going to be all over this one.
I think we spoke about this one.
Yeah, we talked about Christopher Pine turning down.
Turning down One Woman 3, because you know how everyone knows how much I feel about
Gal.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Love her.
She can't act. Every time I see her, it reminds me of that movie that we all hated that was with Al Pacino. What was the name of that movie? You remember with that woman in there that couldn't act?
What was that movie?
Oh, I can't remember the name of that movie.
I can't either, but Pacino was horrible in it.
Yeah. But the woman
where he was the lawyer.
Yeah.
Where he was the lawyer. Yeah. That was that true story.
Yeah, it was a true story.
She was the double agent for the Nazis or something.
The Sally. God, what the?
Yeah. I think you're right about Sally.
Yeah, something Sally.
Dave would know it because it's written on his arm.
Yeah, it is on his arm.
That movie again.
Access Sally.
Access Sally. Yeah. You're not going to play that, right? Okay, you take that.
No.
Off. Okay,
no,
good. We had here the Nicolas Cage one there.
Yep.
He screams.
So.
Yeah.
And this is a loop.
Yeah.
So and I'm curious to see this movie. It's basically he gets to be Nicolas Cage in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
really
unbearable weight of
acting.
massive talent.
Okay. As for some cancellations on ABC, they're canceling Card Sharks, Celebrity Dating Game, The Hustler, and there was something else. What was I put Hustler twice. Let me think.
Had no idea any of those shows existed on CBS schedule.
On ABC schedule? Yeah, I watched them all, of course.
Card Shark, yeah.
Game Hustler. There was one.
The Hustler, I never heard of that.
The Hustler's one with
Greg.
All right, so this was like one of those. The match game, that was like one of those.
Oh yeah,
it was like
a match game. That's the other one, and that was really good. But I guess they canceled.
I don't know. Did you ever watch it? Did you watch
I
the
watched
match
it.
Game?
Yeah,
I mean, because it felt very.
Oh, it's great.
It felt like he had to try. It was like
he's funny as hell.
When they had the stars up there,
he's
just
funny.
felt uncomfortable when I was watching it.
Oh,
remember the original match game guy? He was very charismatic and very. I don't know.
Bob Collin was his name. Bob Collin.
I can't remember, but he was very easy talking, and this with Alec Baldwin, felt like it's.
No, I liked it. I like it. I liked it.
Well, you're gonna be watching reruns of it.
No, I wouldn't watch any reruns of it. It's gone.
So basically, ABC's getting rid of them. So ABC's getting rid of a lot of those game shows.
Yeah,
I didn't watch any of them anyway.
All right, so Celebrity Family Feud, the $100,000 Pyramid, and Press Your Luck are set for renewals.
Yeah.
All right,
those I do like Press Your Luck, but I can't say I watched the new one.
Me either.
The new one is pretty good because they win a lot more money than they did back in the day. You know,
but
it's a ridiculous amount of money, and like the things that they give them. You know, it's like you. I guess before you go on the game, that you tell them your dream gifts, and it's just like they give you so much. You know, oh well, you can win 2 Mercedes Benzes and a Winnebago. All for that next. If you take those next 2 spins, so it's pretty good.
So Harrison Ford signs his first major TV role.
Yeah.
On Apple TV, Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV. Yeah.
They do whatever they do it well at Apple TV. I mean, they don't. Mm-hmm. I might not like it all, but it's all done well.
Yeah. They put some money and effort into it.
Yeah.
They do. So even if you don't like, I mean, it looked good. I mean, you can like the show or didn't like the series, but they did spend some money into giving that look.
Okay.
All right, and you got. We were going to talk. We were talk a little bit about Plex.
You want to wait till?
Yeah, because we were going to talk about Plex, but we're going to wait till Friday to talk about the updates to Plex. Yeah. Plex has some new updates that was released within the last day or two. We're going to cover more of it where we can spend some time taking a look at it. So if you're a Plex user, before Friday comes, take a look, update your devices so that you have the latest Plex version. See what you think about some of this so that you're able to chime in on this.
Yeah. And join us on the show on Friday.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about it. Sure. I'm going to get everyone drunk.
HBO Max Tokyo Vice.
Tokyo Vice, a new show. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. They're saying.
It's on my sonar.
Yeah, it's on mine also. I didn't give you a link for that one or not?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're just looking it up. Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll figure it out. I'll find a way.
I always like a good Yakuza show. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Or Yakuza, however you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of Tokyo Vice, going to be a little bit of the Japanese criminal underworld.
Yeah.
So, not that.
With no subtitles, right?
I think it's English.
It's going to be in English.
It's going to be English, I believe. Yeah. So can't wait for that one. One that I've been glad is coming back is Handmaid's Tale. I didn't think it was coming back, but it is for season 5.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, that show was very slow to grow on me. I didn't watch that for years.
No,
I kept yelling at you,
But once I watched it, some of the society things that it talks about and how government works or how it can work. It's not how it works, how it could work. Some of the things, how fragile our freedom and our liberty and our rights, how fragile they really are, and how things could change. That to me had a lot of interested me when I watched Handmaid's Tale. How those freedoms can be gone, pretty quickly, in a scenario.
Well, anybody read the book 1984?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I enjoyed 1984. It's a definitely it's been, I think, 1 or 2 movies have been made on it. It's a gritty and it's weird how it was written so long ago about what things were going to be, where the government could watch you from inside your house from your, well, we'll call it a television because that's kind of what it is in the book in the book, how the government could watch you and all the time, like you were completely under surveillance all the time. So, but Handmaid's Tale, okay, season 5 is coming.
Yep. Okay. Amazon Prime.
I'm finding that most of the series are going up to series 6, and then it's the final season, like Snowfall,
Yeah,
season 6.
yeah.
Peaky Blinders, season 6.
Mhm.
I'll let you bet. Handmaids Tale, that's going to go up to 6. That's going to be the end.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's when everyone starts asking for too much money.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, we're a
Either
popular
that-
series.
No, it's not even just that, but a lot of the times nowadays the actors say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore.
Right.
I spent 6 years on this project and I'm done, which I think is a shame. To sit there and say, okay, well, I've had fans following me for so long, and I just want to just give up.
And I don't think they're paying Friends type money anymore.
Right, they're not
either.
No, they're not.
So it makes a big difference. If
Right.
you can pay somebody $200 million for season 7, they're
Mhm.
going to show up.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to toss this out. So, taking a look at how many of us on the panel have even watched Moon Knight yet?
I have.
I didn't
love
watch it yet.
I'm not
I
sure.
love it.
What about anybody in the? I've watched. Second episode came today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
I think it's today.
Last night.
Yeah, last night.
So, I've enjoyed it. I think it definitely, to me, it's the Marvel mixture of a little bit of comedy, some action. How they try to keep that thing.
Yeah.
I like it. And Oscar Isaac is freaking incredible. He's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So it's for folks that like Marvel type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people that like Marvel are gonna fall in. If you're not a Marvel fan, then don't waste your time, because you're just gonna pick it apart anyway. So for the certain genre, which that's a very large genre right now, or I should say a lot of people that like this genre. If you're one of those folks that like that, I think you're gonna enjoy it. You had something about Amazon here about Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez. Yes, Amazon Prime grabbed from Lionsgate the new movie, Shotgun Wedding. So we can look forward to seeing it there if you're a J-Lo fan.
I'm not.
For her movies. Okay.
Well, hey, I will say that last movie she did.
Which one?
The
wedding one?
Yeah.
With
I
liked it. I thought that was.
I actually thought that was better than I expected. I expected to hate it, but I actually was like, "Oh, this ain't bad." I mean, in the end, I actually liked a couple, like 2 of the songs I liked that she sang throughout the whole thing. There was 2 songs that I was like, "That's not a bad song," and I thought the movie was better than I expected. I really expected to hate it. So whenever you go into a show or a movie like that, and you're like, "Okay,"
you might want to stop. You're not going to get hit on that going on. Yeah. Right.
So let me hit the.
Let's close that one out.
Yeah, go ahead with the PBS thing.
Okay. PBS. So anyone who's a Ken Burns fan, I am.
Oh,
and I got it already also,
Yeah.
and he did one on Ben Franklin.
Looks great.
Yeah. So,
Ken Burns doesn't do anything half-assed. It's gonna be it's gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
How
good.
many- How many episodes is it now?
I think only 2.
Yeah, I think it's 2 episodes.
Yeah, 2-part 4-hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We have another one here. The Invisible Pilot on HBO.
Is that about Barry Seal?
I don't know. Is Barry Seal the guy that
he was?
What was it? The one that what's his name played? American Made, was that the name of the movie?
Yes.
With Tom Cruise.
Yes.
It could be.
I think the story sounds like it has to be about.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Because he's from Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
And Barry Seal was definitely from Arkansas.
Yeah. So that's.
Oh, it just said Gary there. It just said Gary.
Okay. All right.
And then you got this one here.
As they made us. Mayim Bialik is doing. It's going to start directing, and here goes her directorial debut. So it's another one.
As They Made Us. Is it a trans
As They
movie?
Made Us. I have no idea. I don't know.
Then you said that the second season of Severance.
Severance, yeah.
Yep, it got greenlit.
That's been that, yeah. They renewed that.
And I definitely that is a weird, definitely a weird show. So, yeah, this is a weird one. It's a weird
I
show.
think it's got one more episode, right?
Is there? All right. So yeah, I probably have just the latest one.
I haven't started it yet. I'm gonna watch it all in one day.
Yeah, probably better so you can wrap your head around the damn thing.
Yeah. So You Think You Can Dance is coming back, season 17, and they've changed up the judges. So if anyone is a fan of that show, it's back, and they're gonna have Twitch and Matthew Morrison and JoJo Siwa. So
okay,
great.
So that's what's going on with that.
Yeah, a show I've never
seen one episode of it.
I have, because
surprise.
Everything. Yep, I watch everything. Okay,
Twitch
reboot. Yeah,
Twitch is on Ellen DeGeneres. He's a DJ, isn't he? Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he originally came from So You Think You Could Dance. That's where he originally came from. So since he's out of work with Ellen, I guess that's why
he's looking for a job.
They scooped him up. Yeah. The Crow. They're gonna reboot it, and so that's back in the works.
That's Bill Skarsgård plays creepy so well. So he should play the Crow pretty good, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Doctor Strange is they're going to say it's going to be 2 hours and 6 minutes long, just so people know what you're in for.
So you can't complain.
You can't complain. I told you already.
Well, but that's not that bad for
a Marvel.
A Marvel.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a complicated movie. So
yeah. There's going to be a lot of shit going on. So yeah, not as long as you expect, because I wouldn't have been surprised if it went
2.5.
more than that. Yeah. So not surprising.
Okay, The Witcher season 3. They started filming that.
Cavill does such a good job playing The Witcher.
And my last thing I got here is Disney Plus is listed Miss Marvel, the new movie, as PG, and so that's going to make it the first MCU project to receive a PG rating.
Well, that's not a movie. That's a 6 hour.
A 6 hour. So it's going to be a series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Series.
All right.
Okay. So what about it? Blue had me watching Bridgerton last week.
Can't do it.
Season 1 or season 2?
2. See, we'd already seen season 1. Which all right. So we had watched season 1 last year before. I think it was year before. When she was down visiting me. We watched season 1, and so in Blue's fashion, she had to go back and watch season 1.
Season 1.
I was putt-putting through most of season 1.
Oh my gosh!
And then I did enter and watch some of the episodes on season 2. It's if you like Bridgerton season 1, you're gonna like Bridgerton season 2. It's the same mixture. You're going to get the same thing. So I think that if you're a fan of the first one, you'll like the second one. It seems to go really well.
Well, it's taken me a while to get into the second one because there was too much action in the first one.
I just seen you scroll by The Curse of Oak Island. Just for the record, they still haven't found anything.
Oh, where is that? Yeah, I can't believe people watch that so much.
I still watch it every goddamn week.
I watch Gold Rush.
I do.
And I mean,
Yeah.
they're still digging in the same ground, but I guess I'm watching the same stuff. So,
And
but
there-
yeah,
there is a
this
new
curse
Gold
for
Rush.
Oak Island, you know.
You mean
I
the
mean, at
Hoffmans?
least
Yeah, the Hoffman.
Yeah.
The Hoffmans are back. Yeah.
How about
no, they weren't in the latest season.
No,
Hoffmans
they
weren't in
got
the
it.
last.
They got it.
They got their own show.
Oh yeah, but they weren't in the regular Gold Rush.
No,
No.
I
But-
don't think they ever will
Yeah,
be. Again.
nine seasons. Oof.
Yeah, and they have found nothing. Well,
Nothing.
they found some archaeological stuff
Yeah.
that's cool and changes the history of North America a little bit, but
Right.
they haven't found any gold.
No.
Yeah, but think about it. How do you get financial backing to keep the show going?
Well, they
to
had
film. I
they
mean,
had
you know what I mean?
well,
it's the
they're
highest
getting
rated
it from
show on History Channel.
right.
So they make a lot of money just on the show.
Mhm.
And Bill and Marty had 3 bags of cash to begin with. They're rich.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always wonder because I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. So I guess if you like mysteries, the Curse of Oak Island must be that's been your jam for a long time. So yeah.
Yeah, I've been interested in it since I was a little kid. You know,
Mhm.
I remember reading about it when I was probably 8 years old.
Huh.
So and remember when we were kids, Leonard Nimoy had an In Search of show that had an episode about it. So I've been about the Oak Island for a long time.
Oak Island, isn't it based in Nova Scotia?
Yes, it's an island. Yeah.
I thought that was off the coast of North Carolina.
No.
There is an Oak Island in North Carolina. See, that shows
there
you.
is.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched
there
the
is.
show because I know that
You
there's
thought
an
it was
Oak
right by
Island
you. Right.
off the coast of North Carolina. So I was like, damn, how much can they dig on that one island?
Dalton says that she likes Moon Knight more than I guess you're saying Halo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you guys
Well,
watch Halo? Yeah.
I haven't
Yes.
watched it yet.
Yeah.
I'm going
I've
to.
seen one episode.
Okay.
It's no 2 episodes. 2 episodes. We've watched 2, but they're 2 different feels though. The one thing that I don't. All right, so Blue doesn't mind the lead actor in Halo. I have a hard time with it because he played the leprechaun or the leprechaun in the Gods. What was that one? The Gods. Shit, what's the name of that TV show? The Gods. The one where there's like
American Gods?
American Gods.
Yeah.
He played the leprechaun guy in that. You know, the one that she stole his coin. Remember, she stole his coin, and
No, I didn't.
that's
watch
how
it.
that's how the dead wife got to live. So he plays Captain, the Halo guy, the main one. I have a difficult time because whenever I'm looking at him, I'm thinking that he's the leprechaun, but that's But it's a sci-fi. I can see where it's got its fans. I know that Blue loves it.
Anybody finished Peaky Blinders?
No.
I gotta start it. I never even started it.
Does anyone watch?
Todd, you will need subtitles.
I'll need subtitles. Sometimes. Yeah, probably. I could see that. What was that? What was?
This Is Us, because that's ending soon.
Yeah,
I never watched it.
I never watched it.
Watched
I watch it. I love it.
I know that it's a very popular show.
Very popular show, and people are losing their minds that it's going, but it's going.
And they're going to reboot Stargate. I seen.
Yeah,
I read somewhere.
Yeah,
which is cool because that's a lot of good IP to be sitting around doing nothing.
The series with Samuel L. Jackson. The last
Potomac.
Did you watch it, Ed?
Oh yes, I love it.
It's good. Great
acting by Samuel L. Jackson, and he keeps his mouth shut a little bit.
It's on my list of stuff to watch.
Yeah, it's on my server to watch, and then get.
Well, hopefully this week I hope to get into this Raised by Wolves.
I finished it.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna get on to that because I enjoyed season 1. So I'm gonna take a shot at season 2, see what happens.
I gotta finish it out.
It's good sci-fi.
Okay.
It's weird. It's
weird. That you could tell that it was weird in season 1. You're like, what? So, well, hey, let's go because we're past 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so, so we got that. So I'll open the floor to any of you guys want to finish anything let's say before we roll out of here. We got to get ready for Friday and
yeah.
Well, I would invite everybody to buy a Oculus before Saturday and come join us watching the UFC because it's going to be a great card.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I might not be there, but I'm hoping to be.
What's
might actually, if I can't make it, I think I might take my Oculus with me.
Yeah, I do.
And go that route with it. I didn't look at what time the card starts. That's why
it's a late one.
It's a late one.
Late.
Good,
yeah.
good.
I think the pre card starts at 4 my time, which is 6
I'm going to record it.
Yeah, I was going to say it should be like 6 or 6:30.
I'll have to record it anyhow, also because
the early prelims.
You know me, I'm always watching those early prelims.
Yeah, I do too.
You know,
prelims at 8. Main card will be at 10.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leon.
Thanks for jumping out and joining us. Glad to see you here.
Roger, anything you want to say before we go?
Not really. Thanks for the invite. A good time as always. Thanks for the invite. See you next week and Friday.
Eddie, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, a good show, and I'm so happy that my kids are going to get some feedback on Moonfall.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
Don't have to watch the show live, Ed.
No, my kids are open-minded. You know,
okay.
Just want some feedback. That's all.
And I've heard the part that they're involved with is
it's good. That's good.
Yeah,
you know?
Good show.
Sorry.
Good show.
Thanks for hanging. What about anything you got before we go?
Thank you, everyone, for joining us as always. If you missed the show, you can always just go back and rewatch it, which is great. Tell your friends about it and like, share, subscribe. All right. Thanks.
Awesome.
See you guys Friday or next week.
Yeah, so we'll have a Friday show. Be sure to watch the show Moonfall before next week so that you have an opinion. Please watch it with an open mind. Find out like I said before, if there's things you like about it, what are the things you like about it? If you dislike it, what are the things you disliked about it? That's what this is about sharing our thoughts and our opinions on this stuff. Thanks for everyone hanging out with us and you spending your time with us. And I thank everyone on the panel who works their butt off, as well as Beach, who does videos for us. And he wasn't able to join us today, but thanks you guys for joining us. And we'll see you guys on Friday.